somebody is starting to go through an awakening, and they're in this state of like, what the hell is going on with me? Why all of a sudden do I not want to watch TV? Why does the music that I'm listening to not resonate with me anymore? Why does it make me feel icky inside? Why is it that all of a sudden conspiracy theories are popping up in my For You pages? And, why this, why that? And just questioning everything about your food, about our government, about, just the different things that are happening in the world, about aliens. You're just questioning every flippant thing that you can possibly question. This is all the beginning of an awakening process. It's also something that will happen throughout your awakening process. That's a never-ending process till the day that you die, okay? This process means that you evolve, you change, you see things as they truly are, you realize that you're designed for greatness, and that, not just that you're designed for greatness, but that you are the greatness, that God is a source that is within you. It is a divinity that teaches you and tells you all, as long as you're capable of connecting with that. And you realize all of those things that you've been questioning about our government, about conspiracies, about food, about our health and the health system, and about space and what it is, and about meditation and why they don't want us to sun gaze. Just all these freaking questions. You realize that all of it was just designed to hold us back from evolving and being spiritually connected on the deepest level possible, where every answer that there is to everything that there could be possibly have a question for. All of this is here. It's all contained here. And this is what the ascension journey, the spiritual journey, the awakening journey, the great awakening, whatever people are calling it, and whatever you're hearing right now, whatever spirit is leading you to help you to realize you're going through a great awakening, you're here. You've made it. Start meditating. Start connecting with crystals. Go outside and connect with the earth. Ask God, the source within, to show you what oneness is, to help you to understand what unity and compassion and Christ Conciousness is, and help you to understand that by just committing and dedicating yourself to change, that great things are going to happen for you. And then just watch the blessings and the miracles happen. I believe that all of us starts this awakening journey when we are born. However, there's a certain point in our life where we realize that we're going through an awakening journey. And once we realize, that's when all these questions come. And meditation is where you find the answers. You start to realize that all the answers were always here. You didn't have to go to church to find the answers. You didn't have to go to school to find the answers. You don't have to ask everybody else, but going within and here. How do we do that? We rid of all the toxic energies. First, by getting rid of people, places, things, situations, energies, thought patterns that are no longer in resonance with the energy that we want to be. As we start to have faith and trust in the process, we learn different things that we should rid of with character defects, character assets that we're supposed to accept, and we realize that there's just things about us that need to change and don't need to change, and then we make those changes that are necessary. As we do that, we start to lose density. We start to see things from a lighter perspective, from a perspective that is coming from a higher state of consciousness. So more truth is revealed to us. We start to understand more about situations. Clarity comes. A lot of us awaken to like these abilities of intuition, discernment, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, and the list goes on and on. Just these abilities that we have always been capable of connecting with these programs, through TV, through music, through different religious outlets and things of that sort, program us to believe that it has to be a certain way. There's only one way of doing it. If you don't do it that way, it's the wrong way. But now you're learning through this awakening that all of this was set up to help us to reawaken, meaning learn the truth about who we are, where we came from, why we're here, what we're meant to do, how we're meant to do it, and to understand and realize that the assistance, the guidance, the knowing has always been here. Okay, some of us are learning now that angels exist, that spiritual guides exist, that animal spirit guides also have ways of communicating with you. Some of you are learning that the plants and the trees are beings, and that they speak to us, and that they are capable of helping us also in the same way that other guidance does. A lot of you are seeing repeated numbers, and repeated music is what you're hearing in your head when you get up to go to the bathroom, or just frequently throughout the day. Pay attention to those things. Look up the number, repeated number, and see what it means for you. There's an extra message there. That's one way our guidance team gets to us. You know, listen to the lyrics of the music and see what it's telling you. Pay attention to the repeated thoughts that you have. You've arrived. You've got to this place where Spirit is like, it's time for them to see the truth of everything. It's time for their frequency to be brought into the world at this time. Whatever it is that their calling is, let's awaken them to that so that they too can be a part of this great awakening to help others awaken. You hear people like Dolores Cannon and, you know, other just people who are very connected and, you know, see this great awakening for what it is, talking about waves of awakening souls. And, you know, one person might talk about 3 or 4 waves of awakening souls, but the waves of awakening souls never end. There's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 awakenings. There's going to be multiple awakenings until the awakenings can't happen any longer, okay? We're not human beings, guys. We are beings that are highly evolved, that are light beings, that are light workers that have came here to be housed in a human suit to help this planet to evolve. So that Atlantis doesn't happen all over again, Lemuria doesn't happen all over again, and that nations and cities and the world doesn't come falling down because of greed and power and people wanting control, but instead we can live in harmony and unity. And this is what this great awakening is. You awakening to realize that you're a part of it. You are a part of it. You are somebody who is meant to help others to see truth. And it goes so much deeper than just seeing truth about like conspiracies and the universe and aliens and, you know, about the divinity being within instead of being outside of you. Even though the divinity is everything and Source God is everything. Even this steering wheel is Source God. But realizing the truth that we don't have to seek outside of ourselves to find that divinity. I feel like 444, guys. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. Somebody really needed to hear this message. My meditation drive this morning wasn't meant for me to meditate, but meant for me to share for those of you who are going through an awakening to meditate, to seek guidance from within. You can do that by setting intentions that whatever you need to know, see, experience, feel, change today will be given to you through visions, thoughts, internal voices, through outside sources like music and other people, places, and things confirming to you whether or not you're supposed to be doing something. The more that you get connected this way, the more that you're going to feel intrigued because of the changes and the blessings and the miracles that you see happening in your life on a daily basis. The more you're going to feel intrigued to meditate and take that deeper. So you might want to incorporate listening to music and tones, doing guided meditations, which I have many on my YouTube page. Doing things like chants and connecting with drum circles, just closing your eyes and looking into the third eye, the pineal gland, and just focusing on that area and allowing yourself to go past what you're seeing, not focusing and observing, not focusing and constantly observing what you're seeing, but just letting it float by and realizing that that is part of the meditation. meant to be awakened to greatness. You're meant to have all that you desire. The divinity within is not separate from you, and it already has all that in which you desire. And realizing that comes through meditation. I can't stress this enough, that you can always take your meditation deeper, and there's always new ways of meditating. And find those ways, guys. Get deeper connected with meditation. If you're somebody that's like, well, I can't meditate because every little sound distracts me, or every little thought that comes into my head distracts me, good. Pay attention to it. Allow yourself to fall into the distractions instead of letting them distract you. Let them be the sounds that you needed to hear to meditate. Let them be that which drives you to go deeper with your meditation. Just allow whatever you're hearing, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing to be without judgment, without any kind of ridicule towards yourself, anything like that. Know that I love you and that I am here for you. If you guys need any kind of guidance whatsoever when it comes to meditation or your spiritual journey, I'm here for you. Reach out to me through email, make a comment on one of my videos. I have a Facebook page. You're more than welcome to message me on Instant Messenger. I always message people back, guys. It may take me several days to do so, but I always do. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Get outside, get connected, and meditate. Take a driving meditation like I am right now. And, you know, if you're somebody that didn't yet know that you're awakening or going through an awakening, this video is intended to do just that. You're going to start questioning everything. You're going to start feeling led to, forced to, what have you, to connect and meditate and be, how do I say this? Get your journey moving along. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Much love to you. Bye.